October is just a few hours away, and with it comes playoff soccer in the USL League One. At Stevens Field, forward Madison on the lookout for 3 points to boost their odds of making it, while Lexington look to spoil the fun on the road in a match presented by Dairyland. Jack Edwards with you in the broadcast booth for this one. Here are the standings presented by Dairyland Insurance. In 6th place, above the playoff line on 42 points, are forward Madison, but Tormenta is playing elsewhere, 4 points behind them. They know they want to get points to either maintain or push themselves ahead even further in that playoff lead. In 9th, Lexington eliminated, trying to have a strong end to 2023 in their inaugural season. Some players to watch for today. A key man up front, Christian Chaney's returning from suspension, missed their 2-0 defeat against Charlotte due to a yellow card accumulation suspension. He's got 10 on the year, none in September, so his last chance is here today if he wants to get a goal in the month of September. His last goal is coming in a brace against Fuego at the end of August. But he's got 10, which leads the team. A very capable guy in the box, pops off shots from everywhere, and after just 2 shots on target last time, they'll look to him to score the goals. Another man, a big one to watch out for the goals, is Atez Diouf. He's got 14, good for 3rd in the league. The youngster having a phenomenal season so far, and last match started on the bench, came on at halftime, I should say, scored a brace against Chattanooga. He's an incredibly capable player, drifting in from that left wing. A very lethal presence for Lexington and a key player to watch out for. New interim head coach Nacho Novo wants his players to have freedom in the attack. He'll be one of those players with that freedom to try and create some opportunities. It's the 3rd meeting of 2023 between these sides as Madison looks to push away from challengers and get their spot against the playoff line. We have lineups to kick off for you on the other side of this break. Coming up next, it's forward Madison taking on Lexington.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget and 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
For a warm and inviting space to grab a quick meal or gathering the whole family, come into Gooseberry on the Square. Our made-from-scratch fare that is delicious, satisfying, and healthy. Plus, we're serving up breakfast and lunch all day long. Be sure to stop in and craft the salad of your dreams at the largest salad bar on the Square, featuring 70 items and 2 homemade soups. Gooseberry on the Square, open 5 days a week from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Stop on in today.
The players taking the field at Stevens Field for the 3rd meeting of the season between forward Madison and Lexington Sporting Club. These two teams duking this one out, presented by Dairyland. Important implications for Madison to try and secure their playoff spot. They'll only get 3 points to maintain that spot. Well, the last time they played, it was here at Stevens Field, and it was a 5-goal thriller between these teams. Quite a ways away now. That one was a 3-2 win, headed the way of the hosts. Got off to a great start in that one, honestly, back on June 22nd. Pair of goals, just a nice finish from Kroll here, kind of scooping that one into the top left corner. Makes things 2-0 within 35 minutes. This is an outright great finish from Nico Brown, though. That made it 2-1 in the 38th minutes. We're wondering, could there be a first half comeback? Could they try and go into halftime down just the 1 goal? Then there would be kind of a mistake at the back. just an easy takeaway by Cheney. And when he's in one-on-one, he's as lethal as they come. 10 goals on the year, as we highlighted in the open. He puts that one away, and that made it 3-1. This is another great finish from Brown, though, to make that one 3-2. There was a Mauro Cicero red card in the 64th minute, so there was a bit of a ropey end, but in the end, it was celebrations at the end for forward Madison, who won that one 3-2. The third meeting, here is the 11 now for Matt Glazer. In today's matchup, they make 5 changes, the most they've made from game to game, so we'll see how it ends up breaking out into this one, but it's a similar front look. Cheney, Bartman, Onan, and Derek Gebhard back into the 11 as that left mid, left wing back hybrid role. They're a fascinating group, and they're 4-4-2 as we see these lineups brought to you by the Madison Concourse Hotel. On the flip side, for Lexington, the third match under interim head coach Nacho Novo, they're playing a very similar 4-4-2 formation. Ates Diouf returns back into the starting 11 after getting a brace last time out. Their leading scorer will be a big man to watch out for. Alongside the second leading assister in the league and Tate Robertson in the right mid, they got a very strong midfield cohort. And in between the sticks, Austin Causey makes just his first start since April 29th. He comes in for Amal Knight, who is not in the 18. But you see Lexington out here in their away white kits. We're nearing our kickoff here from Madison, Wisconsin. Jack Outers with you. Should be a delightful one to present. Lexington figuring out their long-term futures here. They're eliminated from playoff contention, but this is a big one for Madison. They've got 2 teams chasing them to try and get above that playoff line into 6th. And they're trying to keep their spot and get into the playoffs for the first time since 2019. It's Diouf in the center circle. You can see Cheney beyond him. 24 goals between the two of them. The 2 leading goal scorers, players we've highlighted leading into this one. Christian Campo Hernandez gets his whistle underway, and the visitors from left to right, Lexington. Look at us go. Balogun going for a high leap on that one, but it hits Payne, and Nazim Bartman can just scoop that one forward, and it's an early one for Jaden Onan to chase. Clipped towards Cheney and knocked out of play. No nonsense at the back. Eric Ceja Gonzalez just kicks that out. It's a corner kick. Brought to you by UW Health Sports Medicine within 30 seconds. So a great opportunity for Madison to try and toss some numbers forward really early on. Citro Martinez, one of the players returning to the 11 for Matt Glazer. One of 5 changes that they made. That'll be the man who will saunter over to the far side to take this first corner kick of the match. For injury report, Timmy Mel, Julio Benitez, both out from forward Madison. None listed for Lexington. Big one, though, in Mel. That one brought to you by UW Health Sports Medicine. Clipped into the box. Headed. It's a cross goal. Bartman going to have to try and hustle over and keep that one in play, and he will with a pass to Derek Gebhard. Headed away. Green. Brown. Mane to pass forward. Balogun a slip, but it'll still be with Lexington, who can have their first concerted possession of the match. Here is Owen Green, another player returning to the 18. They made 4 changes, Lexington did, so both teams big changes from their matches last time out. It was a 2-0 defeat at Charlotte for forward Madison their last match, while for Lexington, it was a 5-3 defeat at home against Chattanooga. They were down 5-1. Ates Diouf, his brace, though, cut that deficit in half. It should be a handball on Cheney, and it will be. First free kick on the attempted switch of play. Our keys to the game now, brought to you by Dairyland Insurance. For forward Madison, a big key for them, just put the shots on goal. That was only just 2 of them last time against Charlotte. And it'll be interesting to see how they end up doing things in that one. As for Lexington, it was a key for Nacho Novo, talking to him before this one, just freedom and attack. What he'd like to do, he's going to impart them 1, 2, or 3 things. But beyond that, he wants his players to just have the instincts to kick in and try and create some opportunities. And here they are in the attack. It's Nico Brown. Was he fouled? He was. Free kick. Big opportunity. Free kick, very close to the corner flag. First foul called. That one going against Jacob Krull. Krull kind of filling in that left center back, leftmost defender role that Timmy Mel very often would fill for forward Madison. He's got an MCL injury. They're optimistic and they're hopeful that he'll participate at some point in the rest of 2023. They'll hope that it's in a playoff push or playoff match later in October. But he's not a part of the 18 today. Not involved in this one against Lexington, as their visitors prepare this one for an early free kick. Tate Robertson. Headed away, doesn't beat the first man. It'll come out to Machel. Charlie Machel trying to clip one. Balogun to chase, asking too much of him. And he'll end up right in front of the very close fans here at Breese Stevens Field. Very tight atmosphere. Madison, it's their second to last game at home. They were hopeful maybe to get a home playoff match, get into a fourth or better spot at the end of the season, but that defeat last time out against Charlotte was a big 6-pointer in terms of just hosting a match. Charlotte, by winning, they went up to 47. Still on 42 for Madison entering today. You can see those records in the top left of your screen. 42 points, 11 wins across the campaign. Lexington, some poor road form for them. Their success has largely come back at home at Toyota Stadium and at Georgetown College. Was that a foul on Martinez? It was. Referee agrees. Very frustrated Atez Diouf. See that on the top left of your screen. Greenville playing yesterday, lost 2-0 to Northern Colorado. That means that while they're on the same amount of matches played currently entering today, they have the opportunity, Madison do, to put themselves ahead and jump into that 5th place spot. Referee playing advantage. Whipped into the box, parried away. Causey, one of his first actions in his first start since April 29th, he parries that away. Kept in play by Payne. Onan making a run into the 18. Onan saved, cleared off the line. Causey took the spin and the power off of it, but it had to be cleared off the goal line. Throw and given, that's the first big opportunity, goes the way of the hosts. And Jaden Onan just about stopped by a combo defensive effort. Payne to Martinez, it's intercepted. Plays it back. It's Green. Switch of play to the near side. Robertson does well to keep it in play. Play it off to his right back. Green. Taken away and losing possession, committing the foul as well. Very quick pressure. We're going to see those saves again. Just a big opportunity for Madison. Bartman is whipping this one in. Parries it away, comes off his line well. Had to be brave, knew that it was going to be chaos in front of him. This one also, just doesn't have to save it. Stop his main momentum, and then Green clearing it off the goal line, of course. Maintaining their defensive focus now with more live action here as Causey trying to play this one out. It's intercepted and headed away. And they'll allow it out for a goal kick. You see Austin Causey, it's his first start since April 29th. His 7th appearance across the season. Just 1 win to his name. 1 win, 1 defeat, 4 draws to this point. So hopeful that getting bumped into this starting role will be an opportunity for some growth and some learning moments for the 21-year-old. As Gebhard can collect here. Gebhard, powerful dribble up the left wing. Waiting for options in the box. He'll take a corner kick, just kicks it off of Green, and it's a corner on the near side. There was a Cheney shot that was buried beneath the replay. Let's show it to you again, give you the chance to see it here. This one over the top. Christian Cheney, that's the kind of run that he always makes. And again, Causey being drawn into action yet again. May have been going wide, but he took no risks. Got a left hand to it. Pawed it away as we have another UW Health Sports Medicine corner kick coming, and Martinez again will be the man to take. We mentioned it as a key to the game, and also when you saw Cheney in the open, shots on target and just getting into the 18 and making things happen. Bit of a problem when Cheney wasn't in the 18, but when he is, he's quite good at it. 10 goals on 75 shots this year as a corner coming in for Madison. Causey punches it away. Onan heads it back into the box. Cleared away. One for Gonzalez to get towards. Robertson. Murillo Jr. passing this over. Mitch Osmond takes over for Madison. Grohl scored in the last meeting between these sides, trying a switch of play. Cheney to run onto it. Cheney to try it. Oh, just wide of goal. Tried the first time effort, and Christian Cheney just a matter of inches wide on that one. A constant threat over the top. A thumbs up for his teammate who played a great ball in for the forward. Let's see it again. You can see him shaping his body to take this one as it fell to him. And Austin Causey's not getting to that if it's just a bit more to the right and finds that bottom left corner. But that's the kind of threat he always provides. Doesn't need a big amount of build-up. Sometimes just making a nice run between the center backs. Good ball over the top, and he's in behind with a lethal threat. He also scored when these two teams last met on June 22nd. Trying to get another one here in our third meeting of 2023. Martinez, his first pass is blocked, but he can run onto it instead. Onan, back to Martinez. Good drop of the shoulder by Macias. It's Payne on the overlap to the byline. Keeps it in play. Cheney got ahead to it. Gebhard just couldn't get his feet sorted. Cheney, Onan, chaos in front of the goal, and it's blocked out. Onan falling to the ground. How did that one not get into the back of the net in the end? Blocked out. There's another corner kick coming. We'll see it again. Payne just keeps it alive. They were just queuing up. Gebhard kicks it off himself. I don't know if Cheney wanted to shoot that or if he just mishit it or if it was an intentional pass. It found a teammate. It was put just wide on the save in the end. It'll be another corner kick. Martinez again to take. Third corner, just over 10 minutes of this match. Madison piling on the pressure. Whipped in. Headed back towards goal, but Austin Causey will go and claim. He's getting tested here as he comes back into play. He's part of the developmental system over at Richmond, playing with them. And Kira Fitzgerald, very interesting role that he serves with Darren Swatsky and Richmond. He's the starting goalkeeper as well as the goalkeeping coach, so he's developing young talent around him, developing competitors for himself. And that is a big source of pride for Swatsky and Richmond, just being able to develop talent. Austin Causey, one of those players who benefited from that development. Here he is at Lexington trying to get some minutes under his belt, showcase himself. The long term is definitely the big view now for Lexington. Madison, they're looking at what these last three matches have in store for them and what the playoffs could potentially shape up for should they get into those top 6 spots. While Lexington, they're looking for their long-term head coach, Sam Stockley, becoming the full-time sporting director rather than splitting the roles. Nacho Novo stepping up from his assistant coach role into the interim head coaching role. So both staff and personnel are all being looked at the long-term lens for Lexington. And they know that they've got a team capable of going toe-to-toe with just about anybody. Kroll, Gebhard. Martinez to Payne. Fired, switch of play. Robertson got a foot to it. Was that a foul from behind? It was. Decent hold-up play from Nico Brown, wins the free kick. And relieves the pressure for his side, dropping a bit from his forward line. Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL League One and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Owen Green. His pass blocked. One for Barma to try and play forward, just behind Cheney, just ahead of Gebhard, but that may have been kicked off of the left wing back. And it'll spin for him. Gebhard. Cheney. He thought about shooting on the right foot, but it'll spin kindly. Ooh, that one just behind Bartman. Macias trying to play it to his feet and into his back of his heel. There's a chance potentially for Diouf to carry forward. Robertson. Here's Brown. A few white shirts with him. Machel making the run to stretch play. As Brown goes into the 18, pokes it out. Machel just ahead of him. Off a goal kick. The other important match is happening in retrospect to this one for forward Madison. One Knoxville taking on Charlotte on the road. That one going to be finishing well before this one comes to a conclusion, and also kicking off at 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, is Richmond taking on South Georgia Tormentas. While Richmond have nothing to play for in terms of standings themselves, Tormenta and Knoxville both trying to keep themselves alive in the push for forward Madison. There is a playoff clinching scenario today for Madison. Comes with a win themselves. Has to be defeat for Tormenta, as well as Knoxville losing or drawing to Charlotte. So currently, none of those three things happening. So a lot needs to change over the next 75 minutes of our match here, as well as the matches elsewhere. That one blocked. Onan trying to play it back after it was won back by Cheney. Current score in Charlotte, it's 1-0. One Knoxville is up. So they're currently in a spot to keep themselves alive and ticking. They're going to need some results from elsewhere if they want to try and first-year club making it to the playoffs. Do what Lexington couldn't do. So slid forward, cleverly done. Robertson can whip one into the box. Shipman, though, will collect. First time saying the name of Bert Shipman. His team had very good possession and just dominance in the match, keeping this one away from his goal. He's got 12 clean sheets on the season. That's good for best in the league. Just a constant figure between the sticks. It's a big offseason acquisition for them. Just a calming presence at the back for Matt Glazer. Just a very good shot stopper between the sticks. Carry forward. Sam Brotherton playing that one. Messias. Payne. Trying one into the 18. It's chested down. Nazim Bartman going to make life uncomfortable. It's a clever turn out of danger. Robertson. Brilliant pass. Picks out Nico Brown. It's a foot raise to the byline. Pair of players sliding forward. Who did it touch last? I believe from just a reaction there. It's going to be a goal kick. The frustration from Brown. Put in the effort to chase that one down. The referee not paying that one off. The goal kick. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN+, the home to the USL, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. That a push from behind, it was. Bartman knocked over, and play will begin cycling again for Madison. Martinez. Here's Aiden Macias. Cheney. He's pushed in the back, and it's going to be a free kick. Cheney, a very versatile forward. You saw from his opportunity he had more or less one-on-one earlier in this one. He can run in behind, he can drop deep. He can play with his back to goal. 6'2", a very physical presence and a big goal in the Knoxville-Charlotte match. It's 1-1, an hour played there. We'll know more or less after halftime where that one has finished, as Payne chases that one down, collects, whip it into the 18. Cheney! Oh, just over the goal. A constant threat to the first 20 minutes. That one he can't shape on target. It's a big goal kick for Lexington. Now look at this one as Payne does a good job to just chase this one down and flick it into the box. Had to kind of crane his head backwards, try and head it towards goal. And then going over the goal. Green. Madison beginning to put the pressure on. Causey. His pass out of play. It's going to be a throw. Press pays off, and possession's won back with a throw high up the field for Madison. Cheney just behind Gebhard. One for Balogun to chase. Brotherton to get ahead to it. He did. Feeling that it hit Balogun last. It's going to be a throw for Lexington. Brown in no rush to take it. They're going to let numbers get forward. Green. Diouf can nod this down. Balogun trying to get a foot to it. It's hooked away. Jaden Onan. Just about enough done there by Monet to win it back for his side. He'll have it middle of the park. Mitchell gives it back. Causey picks out Robertson. Another flick from him. Hits the chest of Kroll. See Matt Glazer appealing to the referee. The third him taking a bit further down the field. So blocked out right at the halfway line. Another throw for Lexington come. Crow. Martinez trying to flick, but had no teammate in support. As he put that one around the corner. Monet. Tez Diouf playing quite deep. Making up the forward option. He'll receive it in the attacking third. Trying to carry it back. Taken away. Payne. See the two teams' records up top on your screen. The implications here. An opportunity, depending on what happens elsewhere, for Forward Madison to clinch a playoff spot today. try and keep themselves in a healthy position. Currently sat in 6th place. A win today could push them into the top 5 of the league. They could leapfrog Greenville. Maybe they'd be the road team in a 4-5 quarterfinal match. This one's played forward. Macias, Cheney. He's in the box. It's cleared away. High. Has to be headed down. There's one for Bartman who can get to and play it off to Payne. Mitchell. Mane. Green. Kimball Jackson, young defender, playing the left-hand side of the defense for Lexington, making his 2nd consecutive start. Entering today, had just 3 starts across the campaign. Nacho Novo very impressed with how he handled himself. And hoping to get him some more minutes. The Lexington native himself clipped up to Balogun. Mane. Tez Diouf. Got it caught under his feet, but it gets back going again. Here's Green. Deep forward Madison are. They've done well on the road to establish a lot of possession. As I say that, Payne takes it away. Drop of the shoulder and the pass out to Brotherton, Kroll rather. Here is Brotherton. Blocked by Onan, and Robertson going towards his own goal. Passes back to Causey. Onan wants to press him, makes life uncomfortable. He got a foot to it. They're appealing for it, and it will actually be a throw for Lexington, so it's not a turnover in possession. But a bit of moment of nerves there for Causey as Onan showcased his speed to make life uncomfortable for the keeper. You could tell once he took that first touch, Causey did that. He was opening himself up to a bit of risk, moving that one to his left foot. And had to stretch for it and slide for it. Kick it off of Owen. Christian Campo Hernandez wants him to take the throw in deeper. They'll have him do it again. Mane trying to turn upfield. Show off a bit of skill and strength. Pass off to Green, and he can carry it up as well. Under hit by Brown. Martinez gets there first. Isidro Martinez checks it up, waiting for numbers and support. His pass picks out Bartman. Jackson in the press. A big tackle put in by Mane, and it's going to spin all the way back to Brotherton. Madison with it. And their home blue kits. Over from right to left here. Referee, I believe, wants a moment for pause here. A couple players down, feeling themselves here. Hydration break in the low 80s here in Wisconsin. Well, the 2011 Girls Rush of tonight's Unity Point Health Meritor Youth Soccer Spotlight of the night. Thank you, Madison area youth soccer clubs, for your continued support. Both Both teams getting the chance to have a quick breather. Not quite at the half-hour mark in this one yet. You can see Nacho Novo barking out instructions. They are a very young side. Lexington are. A lot of versatile players, different players, and Matt Glazer talking to his Madison group, his second year at the helm for the Mingos. Some familiar faces from year 1 to year 2 under Glazer, trying to push themselves forward. They finished 9th last year, 9 points off the playoff spots this year. They're in the driver's seat for a playoff spot. Currently in 6th, trying to push themselves just a bit up the table. Still 1-1 between Charlotte and 1 Knoxville. A bit less than 20 minutes of regulation left in that one. No goals yet between Richmond and South Georgia in the first half hour of that one, similar to our match here in Madison. Hard to fully assess how either coach will assess that first 30 minutes or so as Christian Campo Hernandez prepares to get us back underway in a moment. Possession slightly going in the favor of Lexington. The chances, though, for Madison, there have been a few of them, especially playing out in that first 10 minutes. Nothing, obviously, of major substance has made itself apparent. We're currently at no goals for either side. When these teams first met back in Lexington, it finished in a 0-0 draw. It was the first meeting between these sides, the first draw between the teams. It's our second game here in Madison. First one going the way of the hosts. It was a 3-2 win. Cheney got the 3rd goal, made it 3-1. Turned out to be the decisive one in the end after Nico Brown scored a brace. Good touch by Brown. Robertson. Lexington very patient in their build-up. Clipped forward. Jackson. Gonzalez. Machel. Green is calling for it. He'll go instead. Murillo Jr. Forward. Flicked. Brought down for Diouf. This pass asking too much of the sprint for Balogun, and Shipman can go claim. You could see the move progressing, though, for Lexington, trying to just go patiently from the back, bring it up through the middle. Our forwards trying to link up, but Diouf couldn't quite bring in Balogun. Playing more of a similar look to a 4-3-3 shape at times, Lexington are. But with players like Tate Robertson, Antez Diouf, who are very versatile and can shift around to multiple spots, it means that your look throughout a match is very hard to nail down and pinpoint. Robertson at times this year played as a left back, as a right back, left mid, or right mid. Currently playing as a right mid, right wing back, just right-sided player for Lexington. One to sprint for Bartman. Onan gets there. A lot of numbers forward for Madison. 3 in the box. Oh, his pass brilliantly intercepted. It'll stay in play as well. Jackson can collect. A vital foot put in by Gonzalez. Blocks the pass by Onan. Cheney was there lingering. He was ready to pounce on that one as it was squared across goal. But Onan, his pass blocked importantly. Mane trying one. You can see it again. Onan had both Bartman and Cheney. Looking for Cheney. It was an important block. May have been Murillo Jr., as a matter of fact, who got a foot in, whether it was Murillo Jr. or Gonzalez. Both of them combining well enough defensively to snuff out the chance. Onan, the clever flicked ball. Payne gets there on the end of his touch. Stands it up, Cheney. We're trying to get a foot to it in the end. It was an important clearance. Martinez, top of the box, it's over. Ambitious from him. It's out, goal kick. See some of the home fans here at Breese Stevens Field. That one going over their heads on that particular occasion, trying to bring strong atmosphere, late afternoon, early evening. Still a lot of sun here. 5:41 local time at Breese Stevens Field. The chances of them hosting a playoff match quite slim. A lot needs to go in the favor of Forward Madison, and they would need to probably start with a win here today against Lexington. But they put themselves in a great spot to make the playoffs for the first time since the only time they've made it back in 2019, first season of USL League One. Without a spot in the playoffs since then. This year, making some really great headway. Doof passes it down. Brown. Jackson. Brown making the run. He's picked out. Nico Brown. His pass, though, only finds Macias. See, the directive there for Madison wasn't to just fling the ball forward quickly. It's more patience. Referee going to blow for a quick pause. Jaden Onan, the man who is down in a bit of discomfort. Gonna need some attending to here in the 35th minute. We'll see if he's able to see out our final 10 plus of this first 45, or if he'll need a switch. Onan, 3 goals, 6 assists in the year so far, and growing into his goal-scoring form in recent weeks. Very young player, he's 21 years of age. A lot of room for growth in him in his career. Really giving him an opportunity to thrive and to shine. Him and Nazim Bartman play interesting false 9 roles, kind of off the shoulder of Cheney at times. Kind of buzz around a talismanic forward figure. He's done a great job combining in these early moments. They'll hope that he can continue playing, but he is moving a little slowly. Not fully apparent what the issue is for him. Doesn't appear to be preparing to take him off the field. Matt Glazer doesn't. But Jaden Onan certainly needed a moment to collect himself, moving a little slowly. It's an awkward period of the match to try and make a sub. You want to see, can he see it out? Or do you have to burn a sub here in the first 45 minutes for also one of the more talented players leading his sister on the team? He's waved back on, so for the immediate moment, Onan is back out onto the field. As Mane wins it back for Lexington. Fires it to Balogun. The switch. It finds Brown. He's got Robertson with him as well. He gives it to him. Back to Brown. Robertson. Towards goal. It's just over. Nico Brown trying to again have some strong goal scoring form here at Breese Stevens Field. That occasion, the shot just over the goal. Second look at this one as he just takes it onto his preferred left foot and gets under it a little bit. You'd expect Shipman to deal with it if it crept under that bar. Payne brings it down after the pass from Martinez. Gives it back to Osmond. Onan. Gebhard trying to play it to Cheney. It's just behind him. Bartman does well to win that. It's clean. Nazim Bartman. He's got Macias. Payne powering forward in the overlap. Aiden, Macias blocked. Well, it's been kindly Bartman trying to get it towards goal. He was offsides. When it counted, he put that one in the back of the net. Causey dealt with it anyway, so it'll be a free kick for Lexington. "40 minutes into this one, just the one shot so far for Lexington. That one being off target. Pierre Manet feeling the effects of the challenge a little bit. 7 shots now for Madison. Thumbs ups. There's been a contact issue that Manet needed a moment to work past, and he's back moving around a little gingerly. The 25 for Lexington will keep us going. We'll see how he goes down here. Yeah, it was just this push just coming together between the two of them. The team feel the effects. I was hoping for a foul to be whistled, but nothing came of it. Nothing came of the chance either, as Martinez wins it high up the pitch. Bartman, a clever flick down. It stood up. Onan! A big first-time save. Gebhard on the rebound, not knowing much about it. He makes the stop. Onan, the nutmeg. The shot's blocked. And Austin Causey on 3 occasions gets in front of it and keeps it 0-0. Let's see it again. Just chaotic sequences. Martinez clips it up. Onan first time into the ground, makes the save. That one hits his chest, just gets big and gets in front of it. And here, just a foot to block it. Austin Causey on 3 occasions, twice saved, once just getting a foot to block the pass from Onan. Chaotic sequence. But the young goalkeeper stands tall as the pressure continues to mount, though. Martinez. Out here at the near post, couldn't get something on target. It's been a big time first 45 minutes for Austin Causey. Put under a lot of pressure with the ball at his feet, as well as just with his shot stopping ability. And currently he has stood tall, and it's still 0-0. Good pass forward. Diouf shoots it, but he's offsides. He's a player who likes to stretch the field like that, get forward and get aggressive in the attack. Nacho Novo naming both him and Brown as players he wanted to see get more freedom, more liberty from defensive responsibility, so they can focus their efforts on their attacking abilities. Very capable players in terms of goal scoring. Brown with 8 goals. Diouf with 14. Martinez. Here's Onan. Pass is headed down. Cheney's there, though. His pass blocked by Brown. Manet under hit, intercepted. Foul off the ball, though. Will go the way of Lexington. It'll be a free kick for them after a foul is whistled by Christian Campo Hernandez. I think Cheney was appealing that he was pulled as he was trying to carry that one back and limited his ability to pass. He ended up turning possession over. Final few minutes of this first 45. A lot of chances, a lot of shots by Madison, a lot of saves from Austin Causey. We'll have those highlights for you during halftime, as well as our first half stats to fully break down where we've been at so far, but still a few more minutes to try and shape the narrative, change how things look as Gebhard with the interception can begin to probe forward. Brilliant switch. Bartman dragging it back. Cheney back to Bartman. It's Payne, his pass under hit. Gonzalez can step forward and win it. It's Diouf. Balogun. Diouf to chase into the channel. Big sliding challenge. They wanted a goal kick. It's going to be a corner instead. Sam Brotherton sliding in. Diouf feeling the effects of that. Blocked it out. Corner kick given as we take into the 45th minutes. Tez Diouf. See if he needs a moment to figure things out as he crawls back out onto the field. I think he wants to make sure play doesn't move on without him. That challenge again at the end of this run forward. Tough one. Brotherton, you saw him immediately leap up and appeal for the goal kick. Both of them going in for it full throttle. Tate Robertson, the captain, Charlie Machel are over it. A lot of white shirts in the box to aim for. Robertson, curled back post. Important headed intervention. Kroll got there highest. Gonzalez can chase it down. Trying to keep it in play. He can't. Kroll does well defensively against his opposing defender. As we go into our Just Coffee stoppage time. 3 minutes of it. Flicked, Payne. Martinez. Bartman pokes it. One for Cheney to chase. Can he get there at the byline? He did. Who did it touch last? Good for both teams. Big goal kick. Got our first of the 3 minutes of minimum stoppage time. Cheney, a few chances for him in this first 45 minutes. One of the best ones came on a long ball forward by Jake Kroll, trying to take it on the half volley as it fell to him. It was a solid take, just wide of goal. 3 registered shots on target for forward Madison up to this point. None for Lexington. They've not been able to shape anything on goal for our first match so far. And a bit of credit to the defensive work of forward Madison. Something for them to look out for to try and create some more opportunities. Maybe create some more numbers forward. It's going to be a throw for Madison. Poor pass by Bartman, trying to find Payne. Austin Causey, late here in this first 45 minutes. Green trying one forward down this pitch, cleared away by Kroll. Robertson back for Brown. Nico Brown moving in field. We've had the minimum of 3. The Lexington attack may let one last opportunity for options in this first 45. Whipped in. Headed away, corner kick. Will we have the time to take it? Appears like we will. Machel, as well as Robertson, the 2 players nearest it. Mitchell to the back post, headed centrally. Gonzalez, his shot's blocked down. We'll sit up for him, but he may have been offsides. And that will be the final whistle for our first 45 regardless. No goals to separate either side through 45 minutes. Some opportunities for forward Madison, some big saves from the man returning to the 11, his first start since April 29th. And Austin Causey has been vital in keeping it at 0-0 between forward Madison and Lexington as we enter into halftime. Brought to you by Just Coffee, but at the break between these sides, there's nothing to separate the two of them. 0-0 as things stand. Some big chances, some big stops. We'll show them to you at halftime with our halftime highlights. Back in a moment, though, at the break. It's forward Madison 0, Lexington SC 0 on ESPN+.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
Getting the exact vehicle you want is easy at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton. Come in and sit down with one of our sales professionals and build the Volkswagen you want. Pick all the features, order it, and then sit back and relax, knowing you're getting your dream vehicle. The best things in life are worth waiting for after all. Check out our selection online or in person, with new vehicles arriving every day. Your perfect Volkswagen could already be waiting for you at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton.
It's halftime between forward Madison and Lexington SC, brought to you by Just Coffee. It's a big one for playoff seeding, and yesterday we had a pair of big-time matches at the top of the table. Josh Toll has the highlights from Friday.
Friday night action in USL League One play. We begin with Greenville Triumph hosting Northern Colorado Hailstorm, and Northern Colorado Hailstorm looking to bounce back after a loss last week. Nice ball up by Robas, finding Trevor Ammon. Ammon getting it by the keeper of Greenville for his 21st goal of the season. Nice little slip ball there by Robas, and all Ammon does is finish with the right foot. He would not be done in this game, the league's leading goal scorer, but it would be Arthur Rogers, last year's Defender of the Year, looking for his 11th assist on the season, and he would find it right here. Trevor Ammon, unmarked with the header, gets his 22nd goal of the season. Northern Colorado now just looking to shut out the game against Greenville, looking for their 12th clean sheet of the season, and they would do just that. Really the only blemish last night for this Northern Colorado side is right here, and it would be a second yellow card handed out to Marky Hernandez. He would be shown red here as he takes down the defender, and there would come the double booking. Northern Colorado now 12 clean sheets on the season, which is tied for a league best as they get the 2-0 victory over Greenville. Meanwhile, Union Omaha looking for their 11th straight win, taking on league leader North Carolina. And a nice ball here on the set piece played in. Maybe a little pinball wizardry going around as the ball bounces around, comes to the feet of Somersault. Somersault can't get it by, but who does? It's none other than Raphael Mintz again, who scores first for North Carolina. Ball just popping around. Somersault can't get it through, but finishing at the end would be Mintz again for North Carolina. But of course, Union Omaha, they would come back and they would respond just a little bit later. This ball playing out wide by Dos Santos. He would get in on the return as he attacks the end line. A nice little soft touch over, and then finishing it would be Luis Gil. That game would finish 1-1 as North Carolina remains on top of the leaderboard here in the standings. Meanwhile, for Union Omaha, they are now unbeaten in their last 11 games on the season as we take a look at the playoffs. And we can see movement 1 through 8. We'll look at the top 3 teams. All 3 of these teams have already clinched spots in the playoffs. The question is who's going to finish as that top seed. North Carolina right now in the top spot with 57 points. Union Omaha and Northern Colorado both with 56 points each, as you have some important games coming up for these 3 teams as North Carolina hopes to end at the top of the table here by the end of this season. But 4 through 6 just as competitive. Charlotte Independence with 47 points. Greenville trying to make a run. Ford Madison as well, trying to push forward as they try to solidify that final playoff spot in that 6th position. Madison tonight taking on Lexington, so a chance for them to get 3 more points. Meanwhile, Greenville, they're going to have a tough one going against Charlotte, the team that's right in front of them in the standings. As we look at the last 2 teams battling for the spot, at 7th you have Tormenta, and then right behind them you have Union Knoxville. So they're trying to sneak their way in, and here with 2 games remaining, we could see some movement in the standings. Teams looking to leapfrog, teams might fall out of position. It's going to be a fun finish to the season here in League One as we send it back here now to news and notes from around the league.
Well, Greenville obviously falling to defeat to Northern Colorado means they still sit at 43 points and part of our big playoff push here. 2 teams ahead of the playoff line above 6th place. 2 teams just behind it, Knoxville, Tormenta trying to chase down Madison and Greenville. Greenville still have 1 extra game in hand, 3 left to play for them, and they play 2 of the bottom 3 teams. Madison, their next 2, pretty ropey. Northern Colorado on the road, and then Union Omaha, who may want to try and get a win at their home turf to try and seal the Players' Shield spot. Omaha also taking on Tormenta, so they'll have big implications for who makes it into the playoffs. And Knoxville, they need some wins big time, obviously with their matches today, as well as looking ahead to Richmond next Friday, and then they wrap the season up with North Carolina. But they need those wins. There's a chance for Greenville Madison to secure some playoff spots quite soon, but it will come with some good form across the next couple of matches. So that are the teams in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th place, trying to see who will be our 6 teams in the 2023 USL League One playoffs. Well, there are news and notes other side of this break on ESPN+.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
It's halftime between Forward Madison and Lexington Sporting Club. Some news and notes from across USL League One. New signing, 17-year-old Adrian Pelayo being signed by North Carolina FC, getting that in ahead of the league's roster freeze. An ownership update. Nick Hexum being brought in, a big-time singer with the artist 311. And the player of the week from last week, Jonathan Felipe. A goal, 2 assists, 3 goal contributions as part of the 5-3 win for Chattanooga over Lexington. A big-time win for them on the road. Sees him as the headline player from the Week 28 Team of the Week. Riley Kraft as well being joined in there. Atez Diouf gets himself another Team of the Week nod. He had a brace in that match as well. When you got 8 goals in a game, there's a plethora of players to draw from in terms of options for your Team of the Week, and they had 3 from that match, as well as a lot of North Carolina players. They continue to surge up the table. In that bottom right corner, these are your scores presented by Dairyland Insurance. We've seen North Carolina, a big draw between them, Union Omaha, a pair of teams right at the top of the table. Northern Colorado, a big 3 points for them, a result that's gone final. Charlotte are in the playoffs. Knoxville eliminated. A 1-1 draw has gone final. And at halftime, Richmond and Tormenta. Nothing to separate the two sides there. Nobody currently in our games here on Saturday a winner between them. Chattanooga, Central Valley Fuego are preparing themselves for a match here later tonight. And Wednesday, got a pair of games, and as well as on Friday, Knoxville taking on Richmond, Fuego against Greenville, and Union Omaha against Charlotte. Teams that are in a really interesting battle for those top 4 spots. A good one to watch out for coming up next Wednesday. Highlights and stats next on the other side of this break on ESPN Plus. Don't go anywhere. Forward Madison, Lexington back in a moment.
Getting the exact vehicle you want is easy at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton. Come in and sit down with one of our sales professionals and build the Volkswagen you want. Pick all the features, order it, and then sit back and relax, knowing you're getting your dream vehicle. The best things in life are worth waiting for after all. Check out our selection online or in person. With new vehicles arriving every day, your perfect Volkswagen could already be waiting for you at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget and 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
Let's summer. Let's dine out by truly dining out. Let's serve up the freshest of food with a side of fresh air. And save a little money without sacrificing the savory. Let's raise our tongues to tasty by introducing our grills to new thrills. And make mouths water more than a backyard slip and slide. Let's live a little more by having another s'more. Because summer is here, and no one does summer savings like Festival Foods.
Halftime wrapping up here between Forward Madison and Lexington Sporting Club, but at the break brought to you by Just Coffee Cooperative. It's 0-0 between these two sides. And tonight's Dental Health Associates fans of the game are Lily Bauer and Claire Kosadowski. Thank you for going full Mingo. Got our highlights from that first 45 minutes as well. Nothing to separate them. A lot of opportunities, though, as you'll see in the stats as well. Just Coffee Cooperative, your sponsor for these first half highlights. Big save by Causey. Big clearance of the goal line by Green. Made sure they combined their efforts to deal with that one and knock that one out of play. But again, a lot of threat from this right-hand side. Payne again stands it up. Cheney, his header. Gebhardt, his shot. And then Cheney trying to find Onan. It blocked away. Green looks to be the man who got the important foot in to block that chaotic sequence and deal with that one on the goal line. Again, right side. Martinez lofts it in. Saved by Causey. Saved again by Causey. And Onan would also be rejected again by Austin Causey for a third consecutive time. Not quite a triple save, give him a double save as he was big time. Faced 5 shots on target, 12 shots overall in these first half stats. brought to you by Rhyme. Possession slightly in the favor of Lexington, but not able to turn that into many shots on goal. None on goal, and just 2 shots overall for Lexington in that first 45 minutes. And they'll certainly want to look at and try and up as the players are back out on the field for our second 45 minutes. And the blue home gets our Madison, and the white aways our Lexington, and the hosts will be moving ourselves from left to right to get us going. Don't think they'll probably pay too much attention to the result that has gone final elsewhere, with Knoxville concluding their match against Charlotte a 1-1 draw. That is one of the things that needed to happen in order for Madison to try and secure a playoff position. Balogun. Early touches for him in the second half. On the periphery of that first half in a lot of ways. Jackson was making the run forward, but he couldn't be picked out. Mane. Trying this one, clipped out wide. Kept in play. High, arcing into the box. And Osman gets ahead to it to just knock that one away for a throw. I'm Jack Edwards with you for this one. A pleasure to bring this one. Saturday, late afternoon, early evening action from Breese-Stevens Field in Madison, Wisconsin. Forward Madison trying to see themselves into a playoff spot for the first time since 2019, and Lexington trying to just begin to continue establishing their club cultural values here. Their inaugural season, full of its ebbs and flows, its highs and lows. At this point, they were, as you saw in the graphic a moment ago, eliminated from the playoffs quite recently. They have got a big role to play in terms of the teams elsewhere. Their next match is against North Carolina, a team that would love to earn 3 points against Lexington to try and keep their top 2 position, their players' shield position in place. They're currently sat top of the table, but it's just an absolutely jam-packed top 3. Tossed in. Macias. Pass intercepted. Gonzalez. Mane. Robertson. Back to Green. Behind the switch of play. Diouf brings it into his spell. Jackson. Atez Diouf. Mitchell. Jackson. It's the 18th time this season in their 30 games that Forward Madison has not allowed a goal in the first half. No team has been cleaner in the first 45 than them. Defensively, they're right up there with almost anybody in the league. Just 35 goals conceded across their games so far. Your live standings. The current top 4, North Carolina, sitting themselves in 57 points atop the table. Northern Colorado, Union Omaha, both trying to pull themselves into it. A very, very tight race. Omaha with the game on Wednesday that will be important in deciding those upcoming places. Charlotte, their draw means that they probably can't put themselves into that group anymore. But they are in a very good spot to at least host one match. Towards goal, saved by Shipman. He scored from a similar spot Nico Brown did. That time, though, Bernd Shipman was alert to the danger and made the save. Just from a very similar position in the second half when these two teams last met. That shot on that occasion much lower. Shipman appreciated that one to be more in range for him to catch. Made the stop. The live standings for the 5 through 8 spots. Greenville and Madison both on 43 points. The head-to-head tiebreaker, excuse me, between the two of them is matches won. That going in favor of Greenville with 12. Knoxville falling off the pace with their draw here against Charlotte, and we'll see what happens in our other match as Richmond takes on South Georgia Tormenta. So of the conditionals, though, for Madison to earn a playoff spot, it was a win for them, a loss for Tormenta, and Knoxville fails to win. So Knoxville failed to win. Tormenta's 0-0, so they're a goal away from going into that result. But obviously the more important thing here for Madison, they need a win for this scenario to come true. Put them 7 points clear, and Tormenta with only 2 games left could only get a maximum of 6 points remaining. So it wouldn't matter what would happen in the final matches of the year for Madison. They would know their spot would be guaranteed before the month of October. Lofted forward, Onan. One-on-one with Causey. Done well to come off his line and claim it. It was important for him to do that. Onan, if he had time to pick his head up, pick out a teammate or a shot on goal, could have been dangerous, but Causey, some classic sweeper-keeper action, deals with the threat. Was that a foul? Referee says no. Osmond was fouled, in fact, and it's advantage being played. Derek Gebhard spun kindly for him into his path. Kroll. Brotherton. Clever pass to Payne. He's got Bartman. Great back heel. Payne, oh, just wide of goal. May have been wiser to try and drag that one across goal, but he had a good sight of it. Trying to put that one on frame, put it wide. We'll see it again. Bartman, just a really clever pair of touches. And Payne was quickly closed down by Machel, so the shot would have been tough to try and execute. That's the kind of skill that Nazim Bartman has. Kept in play by Jackson. Payne gets there though. Brown, Robertson, whipped into the box, back post. Diouf just couldn't quite get there. Was at full speed trying to stretch onto that one. Robertson asked just too much of him, and it's out now. Goal kick. Osmond. One for Bartman to chase. First touch was dangerous, rounded the center back, but Jackson in support got back. There was appeals for handball. Bartman, though, relentless in his press, and he wins it back for Madison. Macias, Martinez, Onan. That one behind Gebhard, but it'll roll for Kroll. Clips it into the box. Bartman against Jackson. 19-year-old, cool and composed under pressure. It's Balogun. He's going to try and switch play and escape the pressure. He'll succeed in that. Brown. Mane. Diouf skips past his defender. Atez Diouf. Brown making the run. Diouf. Was he pushed over? Referee says he was. Yellow card produced. Martinez, the recipient. A great free kick opportunity. Tate Robertson territory. We'll see where they try and cook up here. Just outside the top of the D. Lexington, probably one of their best chances in the match so far after the foul by Martinez. See it again. So coming together at the feet, and Diouf all too happy to take the contact, take the foul, earn the yellow card. Citro Martinez, the first player in the referee's pocket. That one is our 10th foul combined between the two teams. Been a very clean match so far in that regard. But this is a fantastic opportunity for Lexington to serve something up and try and play the role of the spoiler on the road. In a road form, not strong. Just one win across 13 matches on the road this season so far. Martinez is lying beneath the wall, wants to keep things comfortable there. Artez Diouf is just wide open in the box. Owen will come mark. Machel and Robertson. Robertson to take. Blocked by the wall. They'll play it to Diouf. He gets there. Plays it back to Robertson on his preferred right. Whipped into the box. Two players go down. Referee waves them both to get up. Nothing will be called. Machel and Kroll, the players involved in that one. Brace after physical confrontation on the ball into the box, goes out for a goal kick. See it again as Robertson whips this one in. It seemed like it was Machel coming through the back of Kroll more than anything else. There was a moment there where Diouf, I don't think the referee was going to let them take the free kick at that spot, or at that time I should say, but Diouf was just wide open in the box. More than that in a moment, Messias whips it into the box, cleared away. Back to him, Aiden Messias, looking for the opener. Bartman rolls it along for Martinez. His shot blocked. Kroll. Balogun gets his head to it. He's going to be pressed closely by Bartman. Gets across him, wins the free kick. Bartman, a very active second half for him so far. Energetic in his press, winning the ball back several times. Now we're ready for Madison. Gebhard. Well defended. Cheney was offsides, couldn't go for that one. Gebhard will get it though, he was onside. Foot put in by Robertson, corner given. Madison ramping up the pressure after a strong open to the half by Lexington. Trying to get themselves back into the driver's seat. UW Health Sports Medicine corner kick. Martinez to take. There hasn't been a moment of major quality from these set pieces as of yet. Hasn't been an opportunity really to write home about a ton for Madison as of yet. 7 for Martinez to aim for. Curl one in. The header down just wide of goal. Osmond was on hand. Had to kind of back away from goal a little bit, heads it out, goal kick given. Captain was in a very good position to try and attack that one. Just Couldn't quite steer it on goal. It was whipped in by Martinez. Took a deflection as it was played forward, so it'll spin out for a forward Madison throw-in. How deep Christian Chaney is playing currently, trying to get involved in the action, dropping as level as his midfielders to make the pass there. Brotherton. Martinez. Try and clip one up to Chaney. Might break kindly. Payne kicks it off his opponent. Throw in. Stay in this direction. Payne can quickly go into Bartman. Bartman. Messias. Jackson dove in, got enough of it. Osmond, his challenge clean as well. Jackson tiptoeing this touchline here, and Balogun can drop a shoulder and try and play when it's dangerous. Shipman had to be alert. He did very well off his line to just clear that forward. May even cue an attack if Gebhardt can get there. He can't. Lexington preparing to sub here. Coming in now, Jalen James. Coming out, Khalid Balogun. James, 23-year-old. On Balogun. For his first goal for Lexington. 4 goals for Balogun. He made his 8th start of the year, coming off the bench now for his 20th appearance of the season, though, is Jalen James. Mane does well to evade the initial press and can just slide one forward. Opportunity now, just coming on. James. James can go towards goal. Has an option out to the right. It's Robertson. Whips it in. Back post, Jackson. Oh, it's just wide of goal. The youngster trying to get on the end of that. There was a big whip into the box and from left back on the overlap. He almost got on the end of it. Let's see it again as Robertson has got his head up quickly, whipped into the back post. On this replay brought to you by Dairyland. The header just wide by Jackson. Very young, was born in Lexington, to Lafayette High School in Lexington. Spent some time with the MLS Next Under-19 group with FC Cincinnati, so he's curled forward. A lot of belief in his talent and the growth that he can experience. That's what these moments are important for Lexington, as it's brilliantly played to James, Jalen James. Did he keep his feet about him? Was he tugged back? Referee says no, he wasn't. It was all legal. Actually, advantage being played after a foul was committed by James himself. Here's Gebhardt. Talked about it earlier, just the different focuses for these sides, long versus short term. Madison, it's definitely the short term. The points today of most importance. Try and push themselves, keep themselves with a healthy lead in this playoff race. As for Lexington, it's about giving opportunities to players like Austin Causey between the sticks. Jackson Kimball. Jackson, rather. It's just an opportunity for these younger players, less experienced players, to get some minutes to prove themselves for Lexington, for elsewhere. Just assess the long-term future. Madison preparing some subs. We'll get to those in a moment. Payne whips it into the box. Chested back to Causey. It's spilled and it's put in. Derek Gebhard made the run, and it paid off. A big goal for forward Madison in the right place at the right time. It's 1-0, courtesy of Derek Gebhard. It's one of those runs that very rarely pays off. Just making the run, not knowing what will come from it. But he sprinted towards goal. And this goal brought to you by Dairyland Insurance. Payne just whips it into the box. It skips up, just chests it back to the goalkeeper. And he just couldn't quite deal with it. Was asking a lot of Causey. Trying to chest it back to him. Wasn't a ton in the effort. Just a really awkward one for Owen Green to deal with. Does he kind of take it down with his chest and try and pick it out himself? Does he bring it down more centrally? The ball in by Payne was dangerous, and in the end, Gebhard pounced, makes it 1-0. The subs now will be able to trigger in a very different message, I'm sure, now compared to when they were coming on with, all right, let's search and find this opener, versus now it's about maintain, try and get some control in the match, maybe push for a second goal. You see Andrew Wheeler-Amunu, he's one of our players coming on. Aiden Macias will be coming off for Wheeler-Amunu. Pierre Da Silva, also another player to come on. As is Mauro Cicero. Those are three players, Wheeler-Amunu, Da Silva, and Cicero, the three to come on. All those brought to you by Festival Foods. You see Gebhard flipping sides now on this near right-hand side. No foul will be given here. That one is kept in play. Jaden Onan coming out for Da Silva. Big time challenge put in by Wheeler-Amunu coming off the bench to big effect already. Gebhard, poor touch, invites the pressure. Nazim Bartman also coming off. Mane was fouled. Gebhard, the goal scorer. They say you are weakest to concede right after you score. See how true that theory is. And Mauro Cicero, I hope that he doesn't have similar memories of playing Lexington at home. He came on around a similar spot. He was sent off back in the 64th minute. He had to see how to win with a 1-goal lead with a man down after Cicero, I don't quite call it a headbutt, but he pushed his head forward a little bit. The referees don't look too kindly to that. It's a free kick though for Lexington, and one to serve some numbers forward. Machel clips it up to the back post. Kept it just about in play. Cleared away. Throw for Lexington. There's an important header at the back post. Looked to be Gonzalez got his head to it just to keep it in play. It's a goal kick versus a throw now. Need every little thing to go their way. Trying to just push themselves to a better position. Robertson's looking for options on the throw. Stood up by Green. Diouf was on hand. Important header by Osmond. One headed away. It's going to be a corner kick. Machel and Robertson wanted to get short. They will do that. The referee blowing his whistle. I think there was some discrepancy over whether there was an offside that was going to be given on the ball in, but wasn't. Now this corner can be taken to Robertson. Machel. That one just behind Nico Brown. Here's Da Silva. His first Hutchison's coming on. A big challenge put in. Referee hustles over to make sure nothing boils over. But Pierre Da Silva took a hefty fall. Silva brought in on August 8th. Hopefully he can come in to big effect. Left-footed. attack-minded player. You see it again as he was doing his defensive duties diligently. Just gets onto this one. Just a big challenge put in. Cesar Murillo just got the ball flicked past him and had head full of steam, took out his opponent. Nothing extra given by the referee. We tick past 70 minutes. You can see your live standings 5 through 8. They have jumped into 5th place now. Madison have. Find themselves in a really comfortable spot. 4 points clear still. And that reason why it's 4 points clear still is because of a Keziah Sterling penalty in the match between Richmond and South Georgia Tormenta. So Tormenta hold a 1-0 lead on the road, which means that outright playoff guarantees will not come today for Forward Madison should these results hold. But they'll be in a very strong position to say the least. Cheney onto the right. Into the box. Gebhard, he's on one already. That one just wide of goal. Can't double his goal tally on the day. That one just wide. See it again. Cheney just clips it in. Cleverly done. Gebhard just yanking it wide of goal. See that again, top right of your screen. Tormenta with that goal makes things 1-0 in favor of them. Big challenge put in. Cleans is the referee. Atez Diouf, dangerous in these spots. Onto his right, a lot of blue around him. Manages to find Jalen James. They squeak it to Brown. Robertson stands it up. Header by Martinez blocks it, and Kroll can clear it out. Doesn't want a corner. He'd prefer a throw. Headed block by Martinez, has him feeling the effects a little bit after he blocked the initial ball whipped into the box. Needed a moment to collect himself, and that's all he'll need. He'll give a thumbs up to the referee. Christian Campo Hernandez just holding up play a little bit. So we've seen the script before, though. Madison holding a 1-0 lead, or a 1-goal lead, I should say, against Lexington at home. Did it last time, down a man. 10v11. It's Robertson. Machel's in the box. He's in some space. Scoops it. Osmond heads it away. Mane. Jackson. Another pair of subs for Lexington are being prepared. Will come on here in a moment. Jalen James, the first sub being made by, has been made by them. He's on the ball now. Diouf. Gonzalez is pass, picks out Robertson. Lofted forward. Diouf falls to him kindly. What a finish! $15 on the year for Atez Diouf. Falls to him kindly. That finish, exceptional. Levels us here at 1. Had a brace off the bench last game. From the start today, he's got the first for Lexington. Immediately jump into a break, get some water, get some refreshment, get some instructions. That one knotted down. Diouf picks it up. That's a tough one for Shipman to stop. Some great bend, some great whip on that. He's even biased to that left side in a good spot to make the save, but the finish was exceptional from Diouf. And the Truth's got 15 on the year. A special, special year for him. Saw yesterday a pair of subs being made by Lexington. Bula Lamini, as well as Kalen Fox will be coming on for them. Important goal. It does mean that for Tormenta, trying to keep their push, keep their pressure alive. It means that that gap becomes just a little bit smaller, a little bit closer. And for Forward Madison, you'd hate to go into these final two games with any element of doubt, because they're against some top class sides at Northern Colorado and then at home against Union Omaha. But all those teams, both those teams I should say, right in there for that race for the top two. Attendance for you, top left of your screen. Very strong showing, as always, at Breese-Stevens Field. 5,000. The reported attendance as Martinez plays it back to Osmond. Lovely day here in Madison. Flipped forward for Cheney. Heads it down, Cheney. Oh, just can't keep it across. Wants a corner. He won't get it though, it's a goal kick. Let's see this, it's flipped forward. Cheney trying to knot it down to himself. Just couldn't quite get there. It was well defended by Fox coming off the bench. Causey rushing him out as well. It was a big time defensive work there. Can't watch the match? You're on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Osmond goes long, Payne to chase. Causey off his line, he's chipped, headed down and in. Mauro Cicero off the bench retakes the lead for Forward Madison. Causey went off his line to get one-on-one with Payne. He scooped it over him. Was it a chip? Was it a pass? It's an assist in the end regardless. And Mauro Cicero has his second goal of the season. Making better memories of games against Lexington at home. Was sent off last time they played. Here today, he's got the second and the one that has the lead. See it again, Payne just lifts it over the keeper. He's a big guy, 6'5". Didn't have to leap for it, just got his head to it calmly, put it into the open goal. His bravery paid off. Was willing to put his body on the line for that one. He got the goal. Let's take the lead for the second time today. This time though, will they be able to maintain it? Won't be threatened again. Brought to you by Dairyland. Cicero's celebrations are done. That one last one, fist pump. And now they got to get back defensively, attentively. They know that they've conceded once. James. Headed out of play. James will give it to Jackson. James, clever footwork, his pass, asking too much of Jackson and Payne. Cleverly lets it go out of play. Goal kick. Christian Capo Hernandez is going to make the point probably to Burton Shipman. He knows that his side's got the lead. There's just over 10 minutes of regulation left. Natural inclination is let's see out the result. Let's burn as much time as we possibly can. Probably be making the point that take too long with these goal kicks. Keep play going. But it's a very happy home crowd at Breese Stevens Field. We're going to get back to winning ways. The last one coming here against Richmond. Was it a foul? It was indeed. Another sub being prepared for Madison. Matt Glaze looking to move his options out onto the field to see out the results. Green leaves it for Robertson. Throw in. Brown goes down to the challenge. Nothing given. It's a throw. He's pointing to his foot, trying to appeal to the referee that he was fouled. Unsuccessful in those protests. Well, the USL is celebrating Hispanic Latino Heritage Month with stories, events, and more, bringing to life this special celebration across the league. Go to uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-heritage to learn more. Sub happening now for Madison. Ozzy Ramos preparing to come on. He'll be coming on for Isidro Martinez. Ramos brought in very recently from Fuego, transferred in. Made just a few appearances so far for Madison. We also see Drew Patterson as well as So Kim are preparing to come on for Lexington, trying to toss their options on. Some fresh legs to make things known here. Ramos' sub presented by Festival Foods as he comes on now. Middle of the park change for them. He's made 2 starts, 2 appearances from the bench. This will be his 3rd appearance from the bench for the Mingos. Played 22 minutes last time out against Charlotte. Round of applause for Isidro Martinez as he comes off the field. Combative effort from him in the middle of the park. Important for him and his role. He's on a yellow card, so that definitely playing a role in the substitution decision making by Matt Glazer. And on comes Ramos for his 5th appearance for forward Madison. Foul committed. Will be a free kick for Lexington. They'll take it quick. Jackson. Diouf was the target of the pass. It's headed out by Osmond. Corner given. Lexington, an opportunity from the set piece. They'll leave it. Try and serve one into the box. Well, eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. Free to play, and download that now. Robertson. His team need another equalizer. To the back post. Headed there, off the goal line, right in front of the goal, and it's powered in. The 19-year-old, the Lexington native. On the road, Kimball Jackson gets his first goal for Lexington. What a moment for him. Faith put in him by his interim head coach, Nacho Novo, and it's paid off in the right spot at the right time, and he knocks that one in and embraces with Novo to celebrate that one, making just his 4th start of the season. Here at the back post, it gets all the way to him. He waited. Probably the simplest finish of his career. Definitely the best moment of his career so far, his first goal as a professional. were throwing bodies at it, trying to just keep it off the goal line. They appealed. There was maybe a foul. There was something to rule it out. But Kimball Jackson, his shot's inevitable. First of career for the 19-year-old from Lexington. It's a foul committed. Ramos wanted to take it quickly. Referee saying, wait for my whistle. 5 minutes plus stoppage time. Of a few minutes of it, we've had 4 goals in the second half. Ramos going long. It's headed away by Fox. De Silva, Cicero, Cheney! Oh, just wide of goal. Trying to peg them right back and take the lead back again. Christian Cheney, bit of a delayed run. Had some space in the box. Want to be a lot more attentive to him. A tough one, bouncing up onto his weaker foot. Just couldn't quite shape that one towards goal. Header one. It's Jackson, the man with the equalizer. What kind of confidence is that going to give him this moment? These moments do matter. Knocked out of the playoff hunt. They've given this opportunity to a young player with a lot of potential. He's taken it with both hands in full stride. Brown, he's got Jackson. Flamini, back to Gonzalez. He's being pressed by Cicero, has to be careful. Took a bit of a heavy touch, no fouls given. Cicero on the break, it's a 3-on-2. Cheney, can he get it back to him? He can. Mauro Cicero already has one. Wheeler Munu, big time save by Causey. Makes himself big, makes the stop. It's 3-2. This game is being played at a breakneck pace right now. Another chance to look at it, Cicero. And Wheeler Munu just making that run. Really tough for Jackson to track. And Causey does his best to help out. UW Health Sports Medicine corner kick. And it's Pierre De Silva. The in-swinging left foot. They conceded from the corner. Claimed by Causey. Powerful to get up highest for that one. Won't launch it out. Flamini. Kim trying the low pass, it's blocked. Wheeler Munu. Pierre De Silva trying one for Cheney. Good first touch, stays with it. Cheney deflected, took the sting out of it, and Causey had to be alert. Didn't let that one bounce past him. Nearly a late winner for Cheney. Just couldn't quite pull it off. Really tough when that ball's bouncing as he's sprinting full speed towards goal with that one. Tormenta still up 1-0 over Richmond. They're trying to keep the pressure on, keep the nerves on for Madison. Kim forward. We're in the 90th. Could they win it? Could they steal it? Into the box. Shipman claims. Quickly rolls it out to Cicero. Payne. Cheney. Here's Kroll. See that score top right of your screen? It's important. Means that the pressure stays on. Kroll sprinting for it. Slid and knocked out. Robertson, an important intervention. Didn't want crawl to have a chance to keep it in play. Pierre Da Silva with this corner kick from the far side this time around. Minutes of stoppage time. Brought to you by Just Coffee Cooperative. Da Silva. Whipped in. Gebhard. He goes down. There's appeals for a foul. Not answered. Great turn by Diouf. Gets past Payne, and it's a foot race. He'll slow it down. Bring in a teammate, Lamini. No foul. Free waving it away. Pilo Lamini. Robertson. It's blocked. It's a throw. This one for the taking for either side. Foul whistled. It's an important one. James wins it. That's a free kick in a pretty dangerous position. Big time free kick opportunity. Lexington. Can they spoil the day for Madison? Put their playoff hopes in jeopardy. It's Tate Robertson. A lot of white shirts to pick out. To the back post, over all of them. Poor from his standards. We're halfway through the minimum of stoppage time. Osmond. Wheeler Muda gives it back to him. Madison preparing one last change. Jason Ramos readying an entrance to the match. Lofted forward, over everybody. Goal kick given. What is the mentality for Lexington? Performance, an important part of the mentality right now is Ramos will come on now. Gebhard to come off, the man who scored the first goal. They'll try and offer a last bit of contribution or a festival food sub, excuse me, as Ramos coming on. Christian Campo Hernandez warned Shipman about time wasted. We'll do the same to Causey. Here is your live standings. Still in 6 now as currently the draw. Not enough. This would not eliminate Knoxville. They would stay alive on the slimmest of margins. They would need 2 wins. They would need 2 defeats for Madison. They have to hope that Tormenta don't pick up enough points to leap past them in that discussion. And then to get into a weird goal difference situation. Madison know if they, so Jackson looks to me some discomfort, bottom side of your screen. As Causey goes long. Challenging for it was Patterson. Payne just kicks it out of play. We're in the last minute of the minimum. Diouf is saying, putting his hands to the ground, saying, let's calm down a little bit, let's not stretch too much. As Jackson may need to get some attending to. Moving around with enough vigor. The young guy, his team's close, he's got the equalizer. He probably could play another full 90 minutes. Pulamini. James, it's a good first touch. Kalen Fox. Ramos, or rather, excuse me, it was Ramos on the defensive side. It was Robertson with it. Clipped in. Brown gets to it. Robertson faked the cross. We're through the minimum. Fox whips it in. Nodded down. Shipman, did he keep it in play? Referee says he did. He'll go long, but not enough time for it. Goal kick, rather, excuse me. They yanked that one back. They said it did go out of play. So not quite done, but also not going to allow Christian Channing to be one-on-one. Lofted forward. Patterson, a dangerous touch. That is a foul. And this might be our last moment of the match. They can cue numbers forward. Try and send the fans home happy. Twice they took the lead and twice they've been pegged back. But surely, if they score a third time, there won't be enough time for another equalizer for Lexington. It's De Silva and Payne over it. De Silva checks it across. Oh, just too strong for Payne. And that will do it. It ends in a draw. Madison won't guarantee their playoff spot today. And they're going to open the door up to challengers. They dropped 2 points, one could argue, and it has gone final elsewhere. Torment have gotten the 3 points. They sit just 2 points ahead of 7th place after a 2-2 draw. Final score brought to you by Dairyland. Well, that was a thrilling one between these two sides. 4 goals in that second half. It's been a special one. Special one. We look at some of the moments of the match, most important ones so far. Here is tonight's save of the match presented by Dairyland Insurance. And it was an effective one by Shipman. You'd expect him to make it, but it's a similar spot that Brown scored from in the first meeting between these sides. He was able to shift his feet over and make a big time stop there. We look at our play of the match as well, brought to you by Dairyland Insurance. This one, just a really nice flick up and composure from Cicero. Just attacks that one, nods it on goal, and that one made it 2-1. There was another equalizer in it, but this one, just a really nice flick by Payne. That could be the play of the match, or that could be the play of the match. The combo effort, though, is certainly your play of the match, presented by Dairyland Insurance. Back here out with the live shots, and our man of the match, the man who got that one, Mauro Cicero, our Festival Foods man of the match. Cicero off the bench, his second goal of the season. They'll hope that he can be a big contributor down the stretch. If he can come out with some good strength, could be a big finish of the year for Forward Madison. But what a game it was between these two sides, between Forward Madison and Lexington Sporting Club. 2 goals between them, at least in that second 45 minutes.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
We're back here live at Breese Stevens Field after a 2-2 draw between Forward Madison and Lexington SC, brought to you by Dairyland. What a match it was between these two sides. A fascinating one that ended up breaking out with just a point apiece for each side. Lexington knew that points wouldn't change their playoff fate, but for Forward Madison, it certainly leaves them in a precarious position. Our full-time highlights brought to you by Just Coffee Cooperative. We'll see this one here, second half. Just a poor chest back by Green. Opened the door for Gebhard, and he knocked it home. Just making life uncomfortable for Austin Causey. You see him just streaming in from that left wing, made the run, and it paid off. That made the match 1-0. This one knotted down, sits up for Diouf, one touch to get it out of his feet, and that second one is a brilliant finish. In the bottom right corner, made things 1-1 with his 15th goal of the campaign so far. Diouf, a strong performance from him, capped off with the goal there. This one lofted over the top, a brilliant pass. Causey trying to make the big play, has it chipped over him, but Citro had to finish the play off, assisted by Payne. Mauro Citro off the bench became your player of the game with the play of the game. With that one, makes it 2-1, but they would have another response, Lexington would. This one saved well by Shitten on the first try, and a good goal line block by Osmond. They couldn't stop the third one, though. Kimball Jackson just at that back post, able to stay alive with it, and able to just knock it home for his first professional goal. And your full-time stats presented by Rhyme. Possession slightly in favor of Lexington. The shots, though, 21 of them to 9. Some big saves made by Austin Causey kept his team in the game, and in the end, they paid him back with a draw. 2-2 it finishes. Here is your standings presented by Dairyland Insurance. It's razor-thin margins in 6 Forward Madison now with 2 games to go. They sit 2 points clear of South Georgia, also 2 games to go. Knoxville hanging on by a thread. They're still in it. There still is a chance. 2 wins for them, 2 defeats for Madison, and not enough for Tormenta. That's still 3 teams there who could search for that 6th spot. What a game it was for these two sides, though. Ahead now, Madison, they hit the road to take on Northern Colorado next time up. Well, Lexington head back home, and they take on North Carolina. For myself, Jack Edwards, and our entire production crew, it's been a pleasure bringing this one from Breese Stevens Field. It finishes, though, Forward Madison 2, Lexington 2, and that's our final on ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League One cannot be retransmitted, This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League One.